The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, my name is Dr. Diane Schwartz. I'm a professor in the Department of Special Education, and my specialty is in early childhood special education. I'm here with my colleague, Dr. Steve Hernandez.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Steve Hernandez here. I'm the Director of Early Childhood Special Education here at Hofstra University in the Special Education Department.
We're here today to talk to you about a very exciting new opportunity for people who are interested in working with young children with disabilities.
Sorry about that. So, as Dr. Schwartz said, we have a great opportunity for those that are interested in working with young children with special needs. As David McCullough says, real success is finding your life work in the work that you love.
And we have strong, passionate feelings about working with young children with disabilities and have been very fortunate in getting support from the federal government.
The United States Department of Education, the Office of Special Education Programs, is offering substantial scholarship support to students, at least 65%, who are interested in enrolling in the Hofstra Early Childhood Intervention Specialist Program. This grant will help you find your life work.
The degree that you will receive for this program is a Master of Science in Education. It's a dual degree program where you will receive certification in early childhood special education and an advanced certificate in applied behavior analysis. The program has many characteristics.
It provides you with the skills necessary to work with young children with disabilities and their families. It focuses on serving young children across the full range of disabilities, from mild, moderate to severe and multiple. And it also includes a specialization in applied behavioral analysis.
There are several program highlights that we'd like to share with you.
So that program highlights include a plan of study that combines face-to-face and online classroom instruction, including site-based coursework, supervision in selected community-based partners that integrate theory as well as practice. The program also provides continuous mentoring as well as continual advisement, and the students who are enrolled in the program can complete it in just 2 years.
And they can be working at the same time, is that correct?
Working can occur throughout the day. Courses are offered in the late afternoon and early evening.
The conceptual framework behind this program involves 3 important areas. One of them is in universal design and technology. The other is in culturally responsive teaching, collaborative partnerships, diagnosis and assessment, and applied behavior analysis. You want to expand a little bit on each one?
These areas cover the full range of best practice in special education, and in particular early childhood special education in the United States. Individuals who are graduates of this program are learning state-of-the-art concepts, state-of-the-art knowledge that makes you one of the best special educators in the field.
We pride ourselves on our program being cutting edge, and that includes the fact that we use universal design for learning, which is now recommended for all higher education programs. The benefits for students come in the form of various scholarships.
The scholarship benefits include, as noted and as previously stated, 65% of the tuition cost is covered for this 45 credit degree program. And you're also eligible for other merit-based departmental scholarships, as well as through additional federal aid through the FAFSA program.
In addition, this scholarship involves a partnership with 2 leading institutions for young children with disabilities, and we consider it a clinically rich experience.
So students who are in the program are placed in field experiences in settings that span the disability areas that the program covers. Students are placed in 2 of our partner agencies as well as others, and those partner agencies include the Developmental Disabilities Institute, or the Starting Early program, as well as the Genesis Eden 2 schools, both located here on Long Island. Students, as part of their field experience, will complete a minimum of 100 hours of field work with young children with disabilities in classroom settings. And our own School of Education field placement office, as well as program faculty, will assist you in coordinating your clinical experiences.
In addition, DDI and Eden 2 programs, Genesis, specialize in working with young children with autism spectrum disorders. There's a great deal of student and scholarly support. Our students that enter this grant program will be part of a cohort.
Our support includes our own Special Education Graduate Association, or SEGA, as well as affiliations with the Council for Exceptional Children, both nationally as well as across New York State. We have a wonderful culture here within the Special Education Department and in the School of Education, and SEGA and the opportunities to participate in the Council for Exceptional Children are 2 ways in which one can become enculturated into our program.
One thing you might like to know is that Hofstra University has had a special education program since 1964. So all across Long Island, Nassau, and Suffolk, and in New York City are our graduates, so there's many opportunities for networking. In addition, there are other career opportunities that you should be aware of.
First, the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics estimates a 21% increase in early childhood special education job opportunities through 2020. So graduates of the Early Childhood Intervention Program can enjoy careers as an educator and behavior analysis in a variety of different settings, including home-based early intervention, community-based special education itinerant teacher, or SEIT, as well as being teachers in special education preschool classes, as well as in public and private schools in grades kindergarten, first, and second grade.
This is unlike general education in that there are many different career choices in the field of early childhood special education. You might be asking who should apply.
So, teachers with a strong desire to serve young children with disabilities and their families who wish special training in early childhood special education and ABA are those that we are looking for this program. Grant recipients must commit to working in the field for 2 years of every year of service of every year that they receive grant funding. So with a 2-year program and 2 years of grant funding, that would require you to work in the field for 4 years. But working in the field is obviously what you want to do, otherwise you wouldn't be interested in this program.
Application requirements. Who should apply to this program and how should you go about doing it?
So a completed application form is available at hofstra.edu/gradapply. So everyone needs to complete that application. Candidates for the program need to possess an initial or professional certification in childhood or early childhood education. You also need to have a GPA of 3.0, 3 letters of recommendation addressing the applicant's potential to succeed. You need to submit a written personal statement of professional intent. And then finally, you need to have an interview with a faculty member in the special education department, most likely Dr. Schwartz or I.
We also understand that some students may be very strong in one area and may not meet the criteria in another, and we're anxious to meet with you because we believe that we want to look at the whole person and their interest in working in this field.
So I believe we have some questions from some of our participants. One question is, has the fall semester started? Yes, the fall semester has started. We are currently accepting applications for the spring semester of 2014. Applications can be initiated online, again at that Hofstra address that I mentioned earlier.
Some of the other questions that we received, one question was from Monica in Mineola. She wanted to know if you had to be certified. Yes, this program is for students who are already certified teachers in New York State, either at the early childhood or the childhood developmental level. Another question, you want to get the question from John? I think he's in Massapequa.
Can students transfer into the program? Yes, John, students can transfer into the program. There are a limited number of credits that you can transfer in, but students who have coursework from other colleges and universities that are applicable to the coursework in our program can apply to have those credits transferred in. Those are done on an individual case-by-case basis.
A few students have asked can they also apply for student loans, and yes, you can. The grant money does not exclude you from other student loans, and it doesn't exclude you from special education scholarships that are also available.
And then another question that we have is, when are classes scheduled? Our classes are all scheduled in the late afternoon and early evening during the week. So you can take one class at 4:30, and that goes till 6:20. And then you can take another class at 6:30, and that runs to 8:20. So depending upon the number of courses that you're taking, and we are expecting students to take 3 courses in the fall as well as 3 courses in the spring. So you could conceivably be on campus just 2 days out of the work week. So obviously it is a schedule that allows for those that are working during the day to attend graduate school.
And Steve, you might want to also mention that we have a January session and we have 3 summer sessions. So students can complete this program in 2 years while also working.
The plan of study actually calls for students to take, again, 3 courses in the fall, 3 courses in the spring, as well as a course in January and courses over the summer. And again, the courses that are scheduled for this program meet generally in the late afternoon, with the exception of some courses that meet over the summer. We are also incorporating a lot of distance learning into these courses, as well as offering courses off-site, off of the Hofstra campus at some of our community partner sites.
There was a question about taking classes in the spring if you're planning to apply for fall 2014. Yes, there's a way to come in as a non-matriculated student, and if you are successful in your coursework, then we would transfer you after application and after you went through the application process to be part of the program for fall 2014.
And along the same lines, there was a question regarding the deadline for spring application. There are, for this program, only 16 slots available, and we have already accepted a number of applicants. So I would urge anyone who is interested in this program to apply as soon as possible, because once the 16 spots are filled, we would then have to put individuals on a wait list. And so again, I would urge people to apply as soon as possible for the spring 2014 semester.
Another question was, where can we find the course listing? The grant officially begins in January, so people who are applying at this time would apply to the MSED in Early Childhood Special Education, and then once the grant becomes available in January, they would be transferred into the grant program, which is an MSED in Early Childhood Special Education Intervention.
Then we have another question from one of our viewers regarding field placement. And the question is, when would field work be done for people already teaching? We recognize that most of the individuals in this program are going to be working during the day, whether it be as a teacher or whether it be in another area. And with that, obviously, comes the demands that work in the classroom provides them. But we do need to have students complete the fieldwork requirements, we will work with students. Our field placement office will work with students, but there is the understanding that students will need to take time, possibly during the day, to complete some of these hours.
Steve, if a student is in a setting that meets the criteria for field work, can they do their field work where they work?
Yes, that's always a possibility. And again, as we mentioned earlier, many of the hours that are incorporated into our field work requirements are going to be offered at our community partners. But you could also complete many of those hours in an appropriate early childhood setting.
Paula from Stony Brook asked if we could describe some of the courses that are in the program. We have courses in parent advocacy. We have a course in related services, which includes 5 weeks of occupational therapy, 5 weeks of physical therapy, and 5 weeks of speech therapy. And when you take that course, you have an opportunity to observe a therapy session, and students find that very, very important. What other courses, Steve, would you mention?
We have courses, as you teach, Dr. Schwartz, on Introduction to Early Childhood Special Education, which gives you a very in-depth overview of early childhood special education here in the United States, and in particular in New York and on Long Island. I teach a course on the assessment and diagnosis of young children with disabilities, which gives you a lot of practical, hands-on information regarding the assessment process and the diagnostic process in early childhood special education. Do we have any other questions? Oh, one, most important, what about getting a job after I graduate? Will Hofstra help me get a teaching position after I graduate? Yes, we do have a career placement office here at Hofstra, and many of us have contacts in the field that will be obviously passed along to students when they are ready for graduation. We regularly get emails from administrators in the field asking if we know of qualified candidates to apply for work in their programs, and we always pass those along.
There was a question about addressing second language learners. Yes, in fact, in New York State now, students are required to take a new exam called Educating All Students, or EAS, and part of that exam covers working with students that are second language learners. So we have just incorporated a course that covers that material.
Diane, Dr. Schwartz, can you think of anything else that we could provide to our participants?
Only to tell them that it's a very, very rewarding field. When you work with young children with disabilities, you have an opportunity to make a tremendous change in a child's life and in the family's life. And we feel that this program, people that complete this program, will be the people that will be change agents and will be able to really give children a better future. So we're very interested in people who have that passion, and we're delighted that we can support their tuition.
As Dr. Schwartz said, and just to reiterate, many of the comments that we've already made, the program that we're offering up provides interested students with tremendous opportunity. You can complete a 45-credit dual degree program within 2 years and have at least 65% of your tuition cost covered by this grant. It is an opportunity that not too many people get a chance to participate and partake of, and we are looking forward to hearing from those that are interested in making a difference in the lives of young children. Thank you very much for joining us on this webinar. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Dr. Schwartz?
Yes, I hope that we hear from you, and we're interested in meeting you face to face.
Thank you, and have a good afternoon.